So here we are now in the reconciliation process. I appreciate Anna for sharing her books and allowing us to learn from some of the issues. And she's okay with us inspecting her mistakes. In fact, that's the whole point of this process, right? Is to make sure that we reconcile against a bank statement. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our reconciliation process, which happens to be under my tools, reconcile. And we are reconciling our business checking account first. It says resume reconciling because she's already plugged in these numbers, meaning that she went into the beginning and typed in the beginning balance of that statement. So let's go to that bank statement. The beginning balance was 205.69, right? And so let me do this. That is correct. That was the beginning balance. And the ending balance for that statement was 195,291, right? So then that was incorrectly plugged in. And the ending date for this statement is 12/31/2023. So we are looking at the business checking, right? In this case, it looks like Anna was trying to reconcile against the credit card statement. So that's all the initial numbers. Now I'm going to split my screen really quickly and then go over here and split this to the left. And then somehow try to fit all this in here as I explain it. We're looking for a $6,000 check. I'm going to keep going left a little more. That's as far as I can go, right? So for each one of these, I'm going to check it. 1-1. On 131, I had an expense for $127. Okay, so then that's correct. The 127. Then I had one on 228. Then I had one for a payment of 1608.41. So this is good. This is not good. This 315 means that this entry is not here, right? So you see this entry is nowhere to be found here. That means that this account is incorrect. So I know for a fact that when people pay us with a credit card statement, we don't deposit to your checking account directly, as I explained in the past, right? We will have those funds deposit to your merchant account. And then the merchant is going to charge the fees associated with the collection of this amount. So that was a mistake. I'm going to save and close it. I'm going to take this opportunity to go back then to my reconciliation process. So 1608. So I'm all the way here, right? So I've done this. Now 127 on 331. So that's correct. Then I have a merchant account deposit of 1,072. And it looks like you don't have that deposit directly from that credit card payment. So it looks like you did it well going forward. So let's hope that's the case. Then you have an expense of $610 that you made to Parra's bank, and then another transaction on that same date for $127. So you're just looking at each side to make sure that that jives. 1,180.44, 57.28.60. Let's check the dates. 5/8 and 5/13. That's correct, and that's going to your. Those are deposits from your transfers from your merchant account, right? So those are transfers coming over from your merchant account. 1, 2, and 3. And then there's another one for 1,027.4. So that's one. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. Yeah, so there's 4 of those. And then we have the $625 that we paid on this transaction to Parra's bank. That's on a credit transfer to your credit card payment. Yeah. Then the AIS doctor for May, June. Then we have May and June. Then we have a check for $6,000 on July 1st. Yeah, check 1,002. Then we have another check for $525, which I'm not seeing. And this is for Romo appliances on 7/25, 7/15. I don't see it. So I don't see my Romo appliances. I'm going to highlight this. So there's an expense that happened on July 15 that I don't see. There's another expense for $500 that was given or a transfer to your credit card payment or a credit card payment for $500. There it is. So this is done. Then a payment for, in fact, I'm going to do all the AIS doctors 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So then I'm only missing two transactions, right? So let me go get these 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now I need the Pacific and gas for $1,220.36. That's great. So that's done. Then I have a deposit of 2,047.54. That's great. But I'm missing $525. So one of the things that I could do to find those 520, and by the way, I also have these two bill payments that seem to me like you paid them. So let's go to those bill payments on your transactions that you said came from your checking account, but it doesn't look like they ever came from the checking account. So it's very likely that you made a mistake on this amount, like the 1,755. So let me go look. So where are those transactions? 1,040. So there's bill payments on July 15. So this bill payment for 525, but then you have another bill payment for 1,755. I don't see it. And then another one for 1,040, and I don't see it. So I don't know how that happened. Can you tell me? Okay, let's go check it out. So I don't know how this payment came through. Like this shows that Romo Home Appliances paid all this. Is there something wrong? I think you were trying to make this payment from July 15. Let's go back to your biz checking. On July 15, there should be a payment from with a check of $1,003. There's a payment from AI Home Appliances for $525. So it looks to me like this is the bill that you paid. You paid this to Romo Home Appliances, $525 on this date. So you only really paid $525. Yes? So these two, I don't know where or how you paid them. There was a specific payment that should have been done. Very likely they came from a credit card. So let me make sure this is done. So save and close this 525. So now I can look at the 525 and there's a penny difference. So this needs to be deleted as well. I don't know how this got paid. This $1,040. I don't see them. Let's do the 490 somewhere. So let's go to the transactions and find out if there's a 490. There's a 490 right here, a bill and then a payment. But look at how you paid, a credit card, right? But you show it on your checking account instead. So this should have been coming from your business credit card. And all of these are independent. So you paid this transaction for 490, right, on 415. So I'm already correcting a bunch of stuff, but the only thing that was paid right here was a 490, not this, right? On 415, there was $490 of payments. So it looks like your payments are incorrect. Okay, so are we balanced now? Yeah, that penny is okay. I can just go ahead and say finish now. And it's going to tell me, hold on, there's a difference. And I'm going to say, just go ahead and adjust it. Let's go ahead and adjust the entry and finish for that penny. So that penny is done, right? So, and by the way, there was, if I wanted to reconcile this, let's say that this was 0, I'm still going to have one transaction. So let me go to 2024 because I had some transactions. No, nothing was there. Okay. So never mind. Cancel this. Okay, so now we're going to go to the reconciliation again. So I can go back to reconcile. And then I'm going to start with my credit card statements. So which credit card statement do you want to do? Well, the only ones you have, which is on my credit card. And this is, so which was the last one we have done? We haven't done it. So let's go to my credit card statement one. I can always go to my menu here on the left, and I'm going to look at the credit card statement. So first and foremost, the previous balance was 0. My new balance was 1220, my ending balance or my new balance as of 4/15/2023. And then I'm going to start reconciling. And I should see the same thing. I should see 2 transactions here. Guess what? I only see 1. What happened to the other transaction, the Homo appliances or Romo home appliances? It was the other one, but we had to delete it, right? So let's go ahead and do the 730. And there's a credit card payment bill, but no payment, right? There's the bill, right, that he charged, but there's no payment. So I can close, and I need to pay this transaction because I had to delete it from what he had before because he was showing in the wrong place. Right, so now we got to create a new one. New, pay bill, using your credit card. On what date was that? 7/30/44. And that was for the 7/30, right? Yes? Okay, this shows unpaid. So somehow we got to pay that too. When did we pay the $500 to Romo again? Bill, another payment came on July 1st using the credit card as well. So July 1st, July 1st, 2023, right? Making this payment, oops, for 500 new pay bills. And so this is something I shouldn't have to do. You should be able to look at your payments, right? And you should be able to see that something's unpaid. And when I'm deleting stuff, okay, so now I can go back to the reconciliation process once again. And I'm looking at the fact that I already know that those were missing because I saw them posted incorrectly. So I'm resuming this. So now I can click on those, and now they balance, and I don't need to show that message anymore, right? So now they balance, they have a 0 difference. I can go now to my second statement. So for my second statement, hopefully this will be okay. It's on 5/15/03. So then the ending balance is this on 05/15/2023. We are gonna have some interest expense of $15 on 5/15. Yes. And then a charge of $610. Yes. So I'm reconciled, right? So now I can go to my next statement, which ends on 6/15/2023, and my balance is 0. So then I'm gonna put 0 as my balance and my dates and start reconciling. What's my only transaction here? A credit card payment of $625.05, according to this, right? That makes sense. And so there's no interest. Yeah, I reconcile. I can go done and move on to the next statement, which is statement number 4 with a balance now of $500. Ooh, so I got to go back to my reconciliation of my credit card. My new balance is $500. On which date? On 7/15. That's it. That's the only transaction. I'm done. And then we're going to do one more. And then this one started with 500 and ended up with 0, right? On this date. So this is 0 ending balance. Let's start reconciling. I should only have one transaction, which is my credit card payment of $500. I check it. It matches. And I'm done with the credit card. So notice that I discovered all those transactions were missing because they should have belonged somewhere else. What you were doing as an error is putting all the payments at once. If you get a check, you're gonna see all the open invoices, right? When you're gonna pay something, if you're gonna receive a payment or make a payment, you're gonna see all the bills that are due. Just because you see them all doesn't mean you're paying them all. especially if they're going to different vendors. You got to cut at least, you can only have one source of payment per vendor. You cannot cut a check to three different vendors as you did before, right? And so just remember that. And that's it, guys. This is how you reconcile. You also have to do your merchant account. So we'll do that next. But for the purposes of this video, I'm ending it.